All right, welcome back, STP community here. Evan with Swing Trade Pros team here. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. As you can see here from the Bitcoin weekly chart, Bitcoin's weekly candle here closes in 3 minutes, and we have our weekly buy signal in. And as you guys can see on the chart here, we're right below the 20 EMA. As soon as we get above this in 3 minutes, you're going to see we're going to get a candle body above it, and we will remain in this bullish structure. Because you guys know, as soon as we cross the 20 EMA, what happens, right? So, all right, that's just a brief. Let's just get this candle closed here, and we'll go through some of our 3 commas roadmap and our bots and how they've been doing, and yes, Nick was second. How's the music, guys? Is it too loud or is it good enough? Can you guys hear it? Alright, so as we wait for the candle close here in 1 minute, lower it a little bit. Alright. Alright, so Bitcoin weekly candle closing here in just 1 minute, guys. We're just waiting for that. I want to see this thing close above the 20 EMA. As you know, every single time we get above the 20 EMA, we see some positive price action, as depicted here in early part of April. We got our weekly buy signal that came in. And here we go. The weekly candle just closed, and we're off to the races, right? We'll actually... Yeah, so this is the weekly candle here that just popped in. So actually, I'm going to say that since this weekly candle didn't close above, we have to see what happens here this week. If we get it with a weekly candle to close above this 9,000, 9,100 area, then this week is pretty imperative for Bitcoin, okay? I'll just say that. All right, so moving on. Let's kind of cover the bot's results here and what's been going on 3 commas here, all right? So, you know, sometimes the data is a little skewed, right? Looks like some guys here took this signal and basically played it as a stop loss. Now these bots are not meant to have stop losses, guys. We really shouldn't be seeing any negative trades go on here because they have really small take profits, and so this scalper bot is designed for no stop losses, okay? And I want to just make you guys aware of that, to definitely trust in the bot and what it's doing. It's definitely posting some nice gains for people in the community so far. All right, as of right now, we have around 226 people that are subscribed to our signals on 3 commas. As you guys know, we are running this free trial until, I think we've extended it now till November 14th. All right, so definitely stay tuned with that, and we're adding the Binance alerts as we speak. Yes, exactly, Todd, exactly. Dollar cost averaging with the bots, so as to not ever really get stuck in a trade. Although some of our guys have got stuck in trades, but takes a couple days maybe to get out of it. So just be patient with them, okay? All right, so I wanted to just cover that, and you know, as you guys can see here on the weekly, or let's even go to a daily chart of Bitcoin, right? We got this daily buy that came in October 25th. actually the day before this pump actually happened, depending on what kind of range multiplier you guys are using. So you guys can mess around with the range multiplier. I would suggest doing so as you scroll out, so you get more signals that come in on a longer time frame. If you're more of a longer term swing trader, that's kind of what I do. Yes, I can lower the music a little bit. Let me know if that's better or if I lowered it too low. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah, I wanted to just go through some of our community's testimonials here. All right. We've got some guys posting some serious results. All right. MD made $1,000 this past week. Crypto Shinobi posting his BTC growth in 3 or 4 days, or a week basically. ST Market first run last night with the bots. Only had two running to get my feet wet, and he's up 2.5%. You guys get the drift here. People love the signals in conjunction with the bots. So make sure you guys check those out. It's going to be in the description below. All right. All right, so I wanted to cover some news, a little bit of news here. You know, we had the 4chan Edward Snowden tweet. You know, this kind of self-fulfilling prophecy happening right now, right? People calling for $16,000 Bitcoin by the end of October. I mean, we got what, 4 days left for that? That'd be pretty insane if we hit 16K that quick. But as you guys know, don't underestimate Bitcoin, man. This thing just has a mind of its own. Obviously, it's manipulated, and just like every other asset that's manipulated, but it's easier to manipulate this because there's less supply of it, right? So just be on the lookout for that. I just wanted to point that out. Obviously, we had this news with, you know, China's President Xi talking about the accelerated blockchain technology adoption happening in China. Hence, we saw a lot of the Asian cryptos rip today and yesterday. We'll cover that in here in a second. Obviously, we already covered the Bitcoin short squeeze that happened a couple days ago. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing right now. You know, we got our support resistance levels here. We got the volume momentum indicator kind of showing us this this bullish divergence we were getting here back from July of 2019, right? To kind of match up with this big short squeeze that happened. So that's kind of interesting. So let's kind of go through a little bit of the price action that we had, right? I think I originally drew this on the BitMEX chart. Yeah, so yeah, it originally was in this ascending triangle. We had that fake breakout that I had set take profit areas around 8,800 and 9,300, right? So it never actually got to that 9,300 target, and actually we would have eventually stopped out, but it popped back into the triangle and broke out of it, right? So kind of crazy. And the measured move on that triangle is like you know, like right around 11% out. So it might have even exceeded that, I think. So pretty crazy when you get a short squeeze like that. It was like 11.33% or something, right? Yeah, so it's pretty close to that move. All right, it obviously went a little, it overshot that. I mean, this is crypto, right? So you're gonna get that. And then earlier this week, I called out a couple different stock plays here. One of them was TROV. All right, this thing had a pretty significant pump on, what was that, Tuesday? Forget. Yep, Tuesday. Yeah, so Tuesday, this thing, if you bought it, let's just go to the hourly, or the 4 hour, or let's just go to the 4 hour, yeah. So, if you had bought it at the open, right, you would have caught like a almost 100% move, all right? And we still don't actually have a sell signal in, so this actually could just continue to run, all right? Just make sure you utilize your fib extensions, fib levels to kind of figure out the measured moves, okay? Thank you guys for joining the stream tonight. Make sure you guys hit that like, that bell, that sub, all right? So, yep, TROV, definitely still a runner. Could be definitely still a runner, okay? Looks like it's just starting its move, all right? Just busting out of this this down sloper that it was in. Now, if we just did some basic moves here, we didn't even touch the 618 golden retrace, all right, on the daily, on the 3-day chart. Let's go to a daily actually. Yeah, so we just hit the 3-2 fib extension so far, guys, all right, and just making positive Momo now. We're not overbought on the daily, so definitely keep your eye on this one. I think this one definitely has some more legs in it, okay? I'm thinking this thing could definitely run to at least the 618 fib extension, which is like another 90% move, okay? So keep your eyes peeled for that. RLC, I know I called that trade out in the chat earlier this weekend, or earlier this week, and I was trading the RLC ETH pair on Binance, and this thing has had quite a run up so far. I think my entry price was right around that 35-cent area. Let me just go on the USD chart real quick. Yeah, so it's sitting right around 52-ish cents right now, and I had entered this right as it confirmed to bounce off the 20 EMA here. This was yeah, a few days ago now. Where would you put your stop loss on TROV? That's a good question. Usually you want to set your stop losses at like fib levels. So like maybe around $1.50, $1.60, right? Maybe even a little bit lower on the support. I would say around $1.50 or so. Caleb, okay? Depends on where you enter, but I mean, people typically like, oh yeah, set a 2% stop loss, but everyone knows that that's what happens. So, I mean, you know, if you set a 2% stop loss and you're entering at $2.13, and your stop is going to be around $2.08, right? But I would definitely set your stop set your stop a little lower than that, honestly, because yeah, trend line does work good. Also depends on what time frame you're trading on, and if you're trading the hourly chart, obviously you're gonna have a tighter stop, right? So. But I'm looking around this 236 area as being definitely a stop area, because if we break this bull flag, then we're definitely going lower, right? This thing is definitely going to go lower. So keep your eyes peeled on that, Caleb. So RLC, let's go back to that for a second. I definitely had a longer term swing on this that I was playing. Alright, we did get that weekly buy signal to come in on October 14th, and I bought it last week. And if we're looking at this, you know, kind of longer term, you could see that this is a confirmed breakout, right? right above the 20 EMA. We have this bullish divergence, exaggerated bullish divergence. Okay, so we're going to have an exaggerated move to the upside. Yeah. And you could clearly see that this is breaking out of its, you could call this a descending triangle, but it definitely made a double bottom, okay? A technical double bottom. Bottom here, and here's our double bottom. So we're talking about at least a measured move to the neckline here, which is around a 300% move from the bottom, okay guys? So I'm targeting this area here where the neckline is, right around 64 cents, okay? Wouldn't surprise me if we got a pullback there. If we were to fib this, okay, we're just now crossing through the 236 fib extension. So this, the major retrace areas are between the 382 and the 618 fib extensions, okay? So we could, in theory, actually get up to these levels pretty quickly now, especially if Bitcoin is continuing to run up. Sorry, I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but I think you guys can really make some nice gains on this trade if you do a longer swing trade on it and trade the weekly chart, okay? That's just my opinion, guys, and this is not financial advice, obviously, and only risk what you can afford to lose, always, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk you guys through tonight. I also just posted a trade setup on ICX in the channel. I actually just took a position on it myself, okay? Now, look, this is a riskier play. We don't have any weekly buy signal in yet, okay? But in my opinion, this wick right here, this weekly wick, is a reversal wick typically. Obviously, it's made some serious lows here. We're literally at 15 cents a coin, down from wherever this thing was, man, $13. It's lost like almost 100% of its value. So I see some value down here for this project. Definitely do your own research on this project before you just go ahead and buy it. Yeah, Chainlink for sure is definitely another one we will cover there, Eric. But if we scroll in here on the 3-day chart, you can kind of see that we're trying to get back above this 20 EMA. The 20 EMA is actually at like 18 and so cents. And if Bitcoin is going to have a nice move to the upside, or maybe even consolidate up here, a lot of these altcoins are going to follow very shortly. So I think this is definitely going to be a nice runner. Okay. We haven't confirmed this local bottom yet, guys. So it could actually just fail to break out and just continue lower. So definitely set your stops on this one. This is one you definitely want to set a stop on if you're entering it. All right. But I'm entered around this area, around the 16 cent area. Okay. So just a heads up. We're going to look at Link real quick. Alright, yeah, so as you can see, Link bounced right off this 382 fib extension and continued running and made like a double bottom here, right? It looks like actually it's forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is extremely bullish. Alright, you got your left shoulder here, you got your head here, and your neckline up here. It's kind of angled, right? But you guys kind of get the idea. Kind of a botched inverse head and shoulders pattern, but so yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that this thing breaks its previous all-time high and runs through it, because otherwise we'll just get a double top scenario and we'll get a lower high and it actually just makes some bearish divergence. So we are diverging on a 3-day chart, okay? We are diverging a bit, so definitely take note of that. We have a buy signal that came in, and I think it can continue to run, but just be careful, okay? And I had some good, some nice SPY calls earlier this week, the $300 SPY calls. So yeah, as you guys can see, we are going to be running right to previous all-time highs. We were stuck in a range for a while there. It looks like we're going to break out soon, okay? But be careful. We have... Thank you. Yeah, so definitely be careful, okay? We're making lower levels of positive momentum. Yes, we're making higher prices, but just be careful because if you guys see this, we're making triple MACD bearish divergence, okay? So we could end up making new highs, but just watch out, man. This thing could just drop out of nowhere. I mean, we are in a massive rising wedge, okay? Massive rising wedge pattern on the market, okay? Another thing I want to alert you guys about is the federal fund rate. Okay. I forget what the ticker is on that. I think it's Fed fund rate. Federal. Shit. Hey Nick, what's the ticker on that again? Sorry for the brief pause here, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what the ticker is on this stock. Good evening, Joseph. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like button, okay? I forget which one it is, man. Anyways, let's look at some Forex real quick. I'm gonna get some people that like to look at Forex. So we're gonna look at the GBP dollar. Okay, you know what? I found it. It's Fed fund. Okay. I had it before. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So as you guys can see, we haven't got a monthly sell signal on the federal fund rate since the previous recession. Okay. This is very important. I don't know if you guys need to listen to this. Okay. Let's go to our monthly. All right. This is a monthly sell signal that came in. All right. Every time we've gotten a monthly sell signal on the effective federal fund rate, we've got a recession, okay? The stock market dropped. I mean, the stock market didn't drop this much, but you could kind of gather that this is correlated to the next drop that we're going to probably see, okay? Last time this thing dropped 90%. So if it does something similar to that last time, then we're looking at something like this. So I'm cautioning you guys that every time we've had a sell signal on the monthly, here's the 2000 drop. Here's the I wasn't even alive yet drop in 1989. Or I was alive, but so yeah, if we were to look at the spine, so here's the SPY, November 1st, we got the sell signal, right? Is this on a monthly? It is, okay. All right, yeah, so November 1st, 2007, then we got the drop. Yep. So like very soon after, we got a massive drop, okay? So I just want to alert you guys to stay cautioned, and yeah, the stock market's on all-time highs, and it's probably going to make new highs this week, next week, even for the next 6 months, okay? Like, how long did this go on before we actually dropped? Like, it went on for another 274 days after we got the sell signal, okay? So yeah, so almost a full year before we actually crashed. All right. All right. Well, just wanted to point that out. I thought that was pretty big stuff, pretty big news. And we're making lower levels of positive momentum. I mean, yes, our RSI is still in the bullish control zone on the monthly, and yes, we did get some bullish divergence here, giving us this nice push to the upside. And yeah, it can continue for sure. It's probably going to continue. Just cautioning you, we have 270 something days until this thing tops out and then crashes. So, well, if you guys have any questions or any tickers you guys want me to cover, here's the last the last part of the stream here that I'll do that, okay? And thank you guys for the 10 people that are watching and tuned in tonight. Appreciate all your guys' support. I know some of you guys have got some of the calls that I've made in the stock group and in the crypto chat. Appreciate you guys listening to those, and there will be more to come for sure. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to just cover a couple on my own here that I think are interesting. Well, first I want to look at gold, okay? Gold looks like it's going to be on a little bit of a breather since RSI is topping out here, okay? We're getting that bearish divergence. Alright. Hasn't shown yet on the volume momentum oscillator, but it's showing on the RSI on the monthly. Alright. CMG. Is that CMG or OMG? CMG. Chipotle, okay. Well, we had that bearish divergence here. We got a little bit of a drop off. We are holding above the 20 EMA, okay? That's still remaining bullish. Or it looks like we're consolidating. Is there an earnings coming up? There is no earnings till... Oh yeah, there is an earnings coming up, okay. So this is all just in preparation for this earnings. Or this earnings actually happened already, I guess. Okay. Weekly looks good, man. Looks like it's at all-time highs, man. So you could probably just ride this out. I mean, as long as you don't go below the 20 EMA, I say you're probably okay. Okay. As soon as you start to see some sort of cross down there, then it's probably when you want to pull profits and or just sideline. Okay. But this move, okay, just to let you know, the measured move on this inverse head and shoulders that it made is right around that 156% measured move. Okay, so Chipotle looking pretty bullish, man. All right, 156% measured move puts Chipotle way up here, man. All right. It's not going to happen tonight. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but you're long Chipotle, then you're looking at somewhere around here. Okay, Rahul, I hope that's helpful. And always watch. We got huge separation here from the 20 EMA too, so usually it always likes to come back to test it. So definitely be wary of that. And we have the overbought candles happening here, so it wouldn't shock me if we did get a pullback on this. Okay. This is the 20 EMA. Okay. 20 weekly moving average. Just the 20 EMA. So this is another stock that I was looking at called HLX. This is a monthly chart of it. I had a couple. I think I had an 850 entry on this or something like that. I forget what I posted in the chat, but something like that, where we had our previous most discernible swing high here, and our bottom, down here around the $2.70 area. You can see just kind of trading in this range, right? Kind of range bound, and making higher lows, okay? So as to creating some sort of descending or ascending triangle, okay? And I was looking kind of longer at term at this, measured move around 300%. This is maybe another one you guys might want to do a longer swing trade on, okay? And it could get, somewhere around this range, right, to get it back to its fair market value of where it was before it crashed, right? But if you look, it kind of had a double bottom. It acted as support down here. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. This is a nice little pattern that we could trade right off the 50% retrace area here. I don't really know too much about the fundamentals of this stock, but just by looking at technicals, I can tell you that this looks like it's ready to make a nice move. Now we're looking at the weekly chart. You can clearly see it has weekly bullish divergence here that hasn't played out yet. Okay. All right, so you guys can clearly see that, hopefully. And this is just another stock that you guys might want to add to your watch list. HLX. Okay. I know last week I covered JNUG in my stream and how it was forming a falling wedge pattern. And as you guys can clearly see, that it looks like it's going to officially break out of this wedge pattern. We just got a cross here on the 20 EMA. Obviously, we're wicking through the first line of resistance here around 65 bucks. But this was the wedge that it was in that it broke out of. Okay, so the measured move on this wedge is right around that. I'll get a fib out for you guys. It's right around the gold to retrace area, which is the 382 to the 618 fib extensions. All right, so anywhere in this range we could see price action reverse. It could just touch 69 and then dump. That can happen, or it could just continue to run all the way to the 618. It could even hit further higher targets. Okay, like this, it doesn't have to stop here. It could just keep running, right? But there's usually always some sort of retest before runs continue. So always make sure you guys are aware of that. Nothing just goes straight up, unless you get a short squeeze like Bitcoin the other day. That was pretty insane. That's not something that you typically see. But as you can see on a lower time frame, we are out of this channel, and we touched basically right around that 382 fib extension, and kind of back tested this 236. So you could actually probably take some longs here. This looks like a good area maybe to go long also. All right. Well, I hope this information is helpful, guys, and make sure you guys can always check out our Discord if you like the signals. I know there's a lot on my screen right now, but if you like the signals And if you guys want to give them a free trial, you sure can in our Discord. You just go into the Discord and you go to STP trial and you type invite and then your TradingView username, and it'll give you a 1-week free trial. Okay. And if you guys are interested in crypto trading and bots, then make sure you guys find us on the marketplace here on 3 Commas. You guys can try them out for free up until November 14th is when we're running this free trial till. So I just wanted to get you guys informed on that. Make sure you guys hit that bell, that like, and that sub. And if you guys have any other tickers here you want me to cover before I jump, please let me know real quick. If not, then we'll catch you guys in the next stream, okay, next week. Hang on just a second. I think I got a couple that I need to look at. All right, yeah, we're going to check out AMD. I know I covered that like 2 weeks ago. And I think it was Caleb that actually took my trade, and I think it was right around this area, at 29.75 area, 2 weeks ago. So we're right around that area where, right, we've actually broke the 618 pip extension. Okay, and this is on an hourly chart. I think I was originally charting this on a weekly. And we're coming close to this resistance area, right? Look at that nice bounce we got right off the 20 EMA, guys, all right? GoPro. Oh, yeah, GoPro. That was the one I wanted to look at. GoPro. I think I was talking to somebody about that the other night. Yeah, this thing looks like it's ready to go, man. It's got some crazy divergence from back here in December of 2015, all right? This could be a big move, man. This could be a big move on GoPro coming up soon. So I would trade this probably to the 20 EMA, which is right around 460. If we do break this $4.12 area, which looks like we're going to. I mean, if you go to the weekly chart, you know, we've got RSI bullish divergence. We've got divergence from back here, way back here also. So we haven't got I don't think we got a buy signal just yet. Maybe we did if we change the range multiplier. Yeah, so we didn't really get it just yet, but if we go to like a smaller time scale, like a 3-day chart, definitely got the buy signal on a 3-day chart, and looks like it's got earnings coming up in November. So in my opinion, this thing has been sold off incessantly for months, maybe years now. So maybe it's time for this thing to have some nice movement back to the upside. So definitely a low risk area to go long, that's for sure. I don't really know too much about GoPro and what they've been doing, but on the chart, it looks like it could be a good area. Let's take a monster fib and see where we're at. So this thing hasn't even put in a local bottom yet. Okay, local bottom would mean close below $7.40 area. Okay. So long term, this could run, you know, back up to this $27 area before we get a price action reversal. This is looking pretty good for a long swing, man. You guys that are into some swing trading, this is definitely something you could swing. Alright? Well, alright guys, I think that's about a wrap for this evening. Appreciate all you guys watching and hanging around, and I'll definitely be in the Discord, so if you guys have a chart you want me to look at, or you got a question on how to set up a chart, or how to fib a chart, or how to look at a chart, definitely hit me up, let me know. And we'll catch you guys in the next stream, alright? Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you guys hit that bell, that like, and that sub, alright? Have a great night, guys. We'll talk to you.